Young people from our own country, from around the world, where were they getting their information? They were getting their information from social media, particularly TikTok. That is where they were learning about what happened on October 7th. And what they were being told on social media was not just one-sided, it was pure propaganda.
Racist warmonger Hillary Clinton reappeared recently at a conference held by, I believe it was Israel Hayom, which is an Israeli right-wing pro-Netanyahu, Likud newspaper that receives its funding from the Adelson family. It was an interesting collection of all kinds of genocidal monsters. You can't comprehend why so many people, including the students in your international relations class, are horrified by a Holocaust. She thinks the Holocaust against Palestine is just. And you know what? She always has. This is a woman who has consistently, for her entire career, despised Palestinians and justified their murders, including of their children. So I'm not surprised she supports the genocide. What's shocking to me is that this woman gets to teach. She gets to teach young people who she condescendingly criticized in that little speech she gave on that panel for being outraged about genocide because they just don't get it. The problem isn't Israel's genocide. The problem is that Palestinians deserve to be genocided. Why can't people understand that? This is a woman who spread the rape hoax, Jim Crow style rape hoax that was being perpetrated against Palestinians after October 7th, the rapes that never happened. There's no evidence they happened. And this is a woman that, despite over 100,000 deaths at this point, according to a new study, despite all those deaths, and despite the majority being civilians and children, this is a woman who continues to support Israel's disgusting, horrific Holocaust against the people of Gaza. And let's not forget, it's a US-led Holocaust, and without people like her in both the Democratic and Republican Party, this Holocaust that continues over 2 years later would not be possible without the support of imperialist monsters like her.
Hillary Clinton is so incredibly wrong on the facts of this. I mean, when she says that you can't talk to them because they don't know history. I mean, yes, people were seeing terrible images on social media, but they weren't just mindlessly consuming them. In fact, I think millions of people started to dig significantly deeper to the hundreds and hundreds of books and documentaries and other things that have been done over the past 30 or 40 years that are outlining so directly what is actually happening, what the background is, who the culprits are, and in fact have become significantly more well-informed. The whole idea of it's just the algorithm is just so absurd, because I think it really just undermines the huge amount of education that people have engaged in to inform themselves about the horrors they saw on their screens, and then have taken informed action to try to change the policies that are being done in their name by people like Hillary Clinton.